video, we are going to be working on the basic syntax of a C program and the program structure. How is a C program structured? Every C program is going to have the same structure. The things that are going to change are only going to maybe like your instructions and maybe what you wish to do with the code. But initially, all the codes have the same structure. All codes in C must have a library declaration. Well, there are different libraries, but the primary library used is the stdio.h. It's a library for input and output, standard input output library. .h says that it is a library, and that is how we declare a library in C. Well, along the line, we are going to see other libraries in C. After the declaration, we going to generally have the main function declaration. Declaring our main function, we just use the int main. We give it a void. You can give void in the brackets or nothing at all. Then you give a curly bracket open and close, and then it should end with a return 0. Let's explain. Int is because int main. Int, we are going to be saying that okay, our function is going to be returning a value. It's going to be returning an integer value. That's why we say int. And of course, it returns a value which is 0. So every function is going to have a return type and a return value. The return type here is int, and the return value 0, because we are not returning anything. The function is just, well, we are not doing anything much with this function. Along the line, you're going to have a better view of functions during the course. Well, void, you can say void or you can say nothing, because the parameter for this particular function is not very necessary. You're equally going to be seeing parameters along the line. So this is the basic syntax, the basic structure of a C program. It should have a library declaration and it should have a main function, and that main function must have a return value, generally 0. So now we can talk about indentation in C. You probably noticed that all these lines of codes began at the edge of the coding of this coding interface, but well, the return 0 came and gave some bar before the return 0. This is what we call indentation. The code has been indented. It helps to make your code more readable. It helps to make your code easier to identify portions of the code. So that's basically the work of indentation. It's a very good programming practice that you constantly indent your code. So another important concept you need to know about the basic structure of a C program is comments. What's a comment? A comment might be just like you have written a piece of code, and might be to help someone coming to view your code, or might be to help yourself in case you're to use the code sometime coming up. You use comments. That's maybe to separate portions of the code. Might be like here I could say, okay, I'm declaring the function at this point. It will help me in such a way that if I might be want to use this code in some other code, I can come and say, okay, I'm looking for the portion that actually declares the main function. I come now, I pick it. At this point, it's not very necessary, but along you're going to be understanding more the necessity of using comments in C program. So how do we comment? We have two types of comments in C. We have single line comments and multi-line comments. A single line comment is a comment that's just for a single line, and it's generally initiated with double strokes. Well, I can say, okay, this is a single line comment. Well, if I decide to move to a new line and I wish to continue my comment, it's no longer going to be considered as a comment. So how do we use double line comments? We use this same stroke, just that after the slash we give an asterisk, and this is only going to end when you close it. That you do the reverse, you give an asterisk and you close the slash. So this is now we're going to be saying that's double or multi-line comments. You see, that's how we give multi-line comments in C.